Breaking news from the Sounders training facility here in Renton is that Joao Paulo will miss the rest of the season as he suffered another leg injury, the same leg that injury that he suffered 2 years ago. But on the good news in terms of injury is that Brian Schmetzer did confirm that Jordan Morris is full, fit, and available for tomorrow's contest with Columbus. And let's hear from Brian Schmetzer and also his...
Making sure, because it's an important announcement, that we got the facts right. Joao Paulo did injure his ACL, same leg. We sent it out to a couple different people just to make sure that it was what it was, not some form of meniscus, but a clear ACL tear. And we are gutted for him. He was playing well last couple outings. He did exactly what we asked him to do. He gave us some measure of calmness, a little bit of tenacity, being able to close out games with a player of his caliber. Certainly was, helpful. And, the rehab process is going to start now. He was in the facility today, and he will have surgery at a later date. We'll confirm when that date is. We don't know the surgeon yet. But it's a bummer. He and Danny Leyva were competing for some of those extra minutes, but he and Danny are different players. Danny is a little bit more attacking, passing, stuff. JP is a little more tenacious, a little bit more of a truer six. Danny is, kind of a two-way player. So how we use them, both of them, rotations, Christian and Obed kind of breaking through as the two clear starters. It was all there. Well, we can't give the ball away. Look, it's going to be hot. Turf might be a little sticky. We don't want to chase the ball in heat. So our possession has to be good. Our touches have to be clean. No unnecessary giveaways. We have to put them under some pressure because we're the home team. They've only lost 3 games. So that's a good team. But their last 3 games have all been at home. Let's see what it looks like away from home.
Are you liking what you're seeing from your team in terms of inside the box play? I know your build up is, you say that's well.
I mean, look, we scored a couple goals against Austin. It's a good start. Different beast, but the one goal that Jesus gets at the back post, we actually had 2 guys, Danny Masowski and Jesus, in the 6-yard box. The second goal was a little bit more of a breakaway, more transition moment, but happy that we were able to score 2. If we can score 2 at home consistently, we'll win some games. That sped up a little bit. I know last week I said it was 2 weeks away. They were focusing on the Sporting KC, 3-game week, maybe one of those 3 games. But he came through full training today. We'll reassess because he's going to get pushed tomorrow. He's going to have a heavy session tomorrow. And then if he can clear some hurdles, they might clear him a little bit earlier.
I don't want to get you in trouble with the coach, but when you're inside, how far can you drift going to that left side? Let's say we're going this way.
I don't know how far. I haven't tested it out. I don't want to test it out, but
oh, my bad.
He gives us freedom to do that. I think that the main thing in this game mode is that we have 3 guys who have really good feet in the midfield. That he allows us to get freedom and move around. And so I think last game we had rotation where maybe I was up top and Moose was coming down and Albert was at 6, Obed was at 8. And so he likes that rotation between me, Albert, and Obed. But the main thing that he preaches and tells us is that to make sure that we have each person in a pocket for defensive transition. And so just in case if they get the ball, we have everything covered. But attacking wise, when we're up the field a little bit more, he gives us freedom, and he knows that we're athletes and we want to get the ball and we want to roll. And so I think that's huge for us, and that helps us on our strength.
That trusting you're talking about.
Yeah, very critical, and I look at the game maybe in a different way where I want to be able to touch the ball, I want to be more involved. But I think last game was a clear example of, if I wasn't maybe in the pocket, then Kalani doesn't get as many balls as he gets with that much free space. If I'm a little bit out, then I cover that space for Kalani. And so for me, I think it was an okay game for me in terms of I was very, very focused on my position. When I needed to rotate with Obed and Albert, I was doing that. But my main thing was to be able to just stay positional strong in that pocket to make sure that the way that we want to play works out. You know, because if we don't have a player out there, then our outside back can't go high, and get up there, and then we can't build a line of three. And so just making sure that I stay positive and strong mentally to be able to just be okay without the ball. And obviously it showed that I was able to stay and get a goal at the end. So.
All right, so there you go. You heard from Brian Schmetzer, and then again you heard from Jesus Ferreira just talking about, the importance of the team playing defense, how he's now developed to being a pocket player, and also his familiarity with Costa Carranza coming in, and also the overlap. And you heard from Schmetzer that the team has to play clean, mistake-free. And for me, I say they have to win those first 20 minutes of the game, and that is come out on the front foot, put Columbus on the back foot. This is a team that likes to possess, and if you can outpossess them and then be clinical in your finish, that is make those passes, get players in the box and be clinical and try to get an early goal here, I think then you can set the tone of the game. And then of course after you do that, even if you don't, you have to play good defense. Last game the Sounders pitched a shutout, and they have to do that again. How must they do that? Everybody's got to come back. That is, they have to defend the belly of the defense. The Sounders, you heard Jesus Ferreira, but they have to be compact in the middle, and then on the build-out, they have to be quick and then attack the center, though, in their build-out. Not go out wide, but attack the center. I think if you can do those things, play mistake-free, be clinical, be on the front foot, the Sounders should get a positive result against Columbus FC. From the Renton facility, I'm Osvaldo Maria from the Cascadia Sports.net.